David, '08, exciting for you?
Well, every year is, because I love racing. So, the opportunity to get out there on the racetrack in Melbourne, something I'm looking forward to. Obviously, as we speak, it's pre-season, so it's very much a case of how good the new car is going to be. And if it's a good car, then we'll be more competitive. Simple as that.
You've worked with Adrian for a long, long time. The new car is going to be good. Must be.
Well, you'd like to think so. His car designs have won over 100 Grand Prix, so that doesn't happen by accident. It happens because he's got a flair for aerodynamics, and hopefully now he's settled within Red Bull. He's going to his second full year with the team. He's brought in a few other people, because it's not just down to one man, as you know. It takes a number of people to design and build these cars. So let's hope, fingers crossed.
Traction control, none. Is that good for you?
Well, I think that a lot is made of traction control, but I think the biggest difference is going to be the engine braking that we had on entries to the corners. And what that did was, whenever you lock the rear axle, it would effectively open the throttle slightly and help the rear axle start to turn again. No one ever spoke about it, but it was one of the bigger tools that the drivers had. So that's been taken away for next year. I think traction control, you instinctively drive to control the slide of a car. If you're in a rally car, you can get it quite sideways, because they can be driven that way. A Formula 1 car on these radial tyres just don't allow a big slip angle, so you have to keep the car neat and tidy. So unfortunately, we're not going to see the days of sort of Villeneuve coming over the crest in Monte Carlo in his Ferrari. It was a different time. The biggest difference, I think, is going to be in consistency.
Well, the young chappie that's up there kicking a few butts at the moment, I think next year's going to be very hard for him. I've seen you put in print exactly the same as I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Last season, the 07 season, he should have pulled that one off.
Yeah.
I think with McLaren being where they are now, it's going to be very hard.
I think so. I think that Lewis is a fantastic talent. There's no question about that. Absolutely, that's a given for us all. But of course, in his first year, he made a couple of mistakes, which is absolutely acceptable. Schumacher used to make mistakes, and it didn't work out for him. But this year, he'll have the benefit of the experience, so he'll be a more complete racing driver, but there's no guarantee that McLaren will be able to give him the car that he had last year. So, Formula 1 chops and changes so quickly. The remarkable team of Formula 1 has been Ferrari for the last 10 years. They've been so consistent in their performance, and the only time they dropped away was when the Bridgestone tyres, simply when we had one tyre for the whole Grand Prix, which I think was 2006, or maybe, sorry, 2005. Then Ferrari struggled. They only won one Grand Prix, which was the American Grand Prix, when all the Michelin runners didn't race.
That's right.
So other than that, they've been incredible. If you look at McLaren, they've been a lot more up and down. 2006, they didn't win a Grand Prix, first time in I think 10 years. 2007, they almost win the World Championship. Honda won a race in 2006. Everyone expected a lot for 2007. They had a terrible year. They had a dog of a car. So what that shows is Formula 1, it's a black art. It's everyone tries to obviously optimise aerodynamics, mechanical, engines, tyres, but some people get it right and some don't. So past performance is no guarantee of future success. It's just like an investment. So we don't know what this season's going to bring. But of course, it'd be a brave man that bet against McLaren and Ferrari leading the way.